So, you know, one of the great things about Las Vegas, we'll put this in the pros column, is the traffic. The traffic's not too bad compared to a lot of places in the United States. So right now I'm right by the airport going to the Strip. It's going to take me just a few minutes. And I mean, you know, you can see right here, of course the traffic gets busier, you know, depending on the time of day. But you can see right here, right now, you know, the traffic's flowing along pretty good. It's not a problem. So that's a really nice thing about Las Vegas. A lot of cities in America, that's not true. You know, a lot of places you go, traffic's crazy. So that's a real advantage here. So now we just come out of the airport going towards the Strip. And then something else that's really nice, talking about the traffic in Las Vegas, is it's set out on a grid system. So right now we're traveling down Tropicana, and then it's perpendicular to the Las Vegas Boulevard. And then, you know, all the streets are laid out in grids. So this street right here at a right angle goes straight to the airport, you know, and then there's a lot of other, and that's parallel to Las Vegas Boulevard. So it's like a square grid, and the major streets are 1 mile apart. So this is Tropicana, and 1 mile down the road is Flamingo. And then another mile down the road from that is like Desert Inn, and another mile down from that is Sahara. So, you know, once you're here, and you know, it's real quick and easy to figure out where you are and how to get around town. You know, I visited some folks, like I got some family in Chicago, for example, and they don't want me driving around. They're like, no, you're just going to get lost. And that's probably true. That's not true here in Las Vegas. It's real easy to get around. So that's a great thing. That's one of the pro sides. Put that in the pro column of something that's really good about living in Las Vegas. When you folks are visiting Las Vegas and driving around town, it's pretty easy. And here's a good little tip for you right here. So the Strip's just coming up here, but on either side of the Strip, you can get around, you know, parallel street. This one here is Coval, and it goes parallel to Las Vegas Boulevard. And you know, there's all the parking lots, like that's the parking lot right there on the side to Mandalay Bay. So you can zip right in there. We're going to go up here a little bit. So, you know, again, it's like all the grid work of how the streets are all laid out, makes it easy to get around. Once you understand that, super easy to get around. And, you know, another thing too, it's nice and affordable. Obviously, you know, it's not affordable if you're staying in the hotels, but if you actually want to buy real estate here and live in Las Vegas, it is affordable. Like right here, there's a bunch of condos. You know, some of those condos, you might be able to pick one of those up for like $300,000, maybe even in the 200s. You know, and the rent's not crazy. Right here, we got Top Golf over there. Lots of fun things to do. So, you know, just part of the great stuff about living here in Las Vegas. And then right now we're opposite, you know, Planet Hollywood and the Paris, and we're going to go visit over there. That's one of my favorite areas right there around the Paris, the Bellagio and all like that. It's a lot of fun always over there. And then here's another little tip, Ellis Island coming up right here. I'm going to park over in here. They have a great karaoke bar in here. If you guys like karaoke, yeah, Ellis Island, they have like local karaoke nights here. That's always fun. All right, so driving around Vegas, like I say, it's really easy. I'm just jumping on the highway right here. You know, I don't need to, but a great thing about Las Vegas is the highway system generally is not clogged up. So you can see right now it's the middle of the day. It's like 12:30 in the day. And you know, even at 4 or 5, you know, in peak hour, it's not going to be that much different. Maybe just, you know, it's going to be a little more traffic, but you can see right now, you know, there's almost no traffic on here. So it's real easy to get around. And I'm just going like a mile down the road here to, you know, from Flamingo to Trop. But that's a great thing about getting around in Las Vegas. The highway systems, you know, that they're close to kind of anywhere you are. You can pretty much jump on a highway within, you know, like 5 minutes. And one of the, you know, the interstates, and you know, you can get around town really quick that way. Jump on, you know, get out of the traffic lights and the 40 mile, 30 mile hour zones, and get onto the 65 mile hour highway and see how right here right now I'm just jumping off Tropicana. That was like what, 2-3 minutes, you know, and that was like maybe 7-8 minutes, you know, on the regular traffic. So really good thing. That's a real positive plus that the interstate highway system isn't real all jammed up all the time here. All right, talking about the nice highway system here in Las Vegas. This is one of some of them they made real nice. This one here, I really like this stretch right here. Made a nice big bridge, and as you go over this, you really get a good view of the whole valley over here. Coming around, going out towards Henderson, over the archway, you really get to see all the city. Great way to get around Las Vegas on the highway system. It's not like Cali and some other places where getting on the highway is a real drag. All right, just another real good positive pro about living in Las Vegas. All right, so here's a good tip for you guys in driving around, getting around Vegas. One area that does get blocked up traffic is when you're coming into the strip. Like I'm coming in right now. I'm on the east side of the strip, and I'm going to head over to the west side of the strip. So if I was to go straight ahead, you know, sometimes of the day it's okay, but you know, certain times, especially when there's big events on, you can get traffic jams in and around Las Vegas Strip. So I'm going to show you a little bypass that's pretty cool. All right, so right now I'm right around Flamingo, and you can see, you know, the big roller coaster over there at the Link. And traffic, as I say, can get pretty blocked up in there. Not all the time, but sometimes it can. So instead of going through the strip, you can come over this way. I'm on Paradise, drive down Paradise, and then go through Desert Inn. You'll see that in a second. So right now, coming down near the Westgate and the Stratosphere, and you want to go Desert Inn. That's where I'm just about to turn on. You turn left on Desert Inn, there's an overpass. It goes right over the top of Las Vegas Boulevard. Save you a lot of time in getting from the east side of Las Vegas Strip to the west side. That's what we're going to do today. All right, little tip for you. Okay, you can see we're just going right by the Wynn and the Encore here. So on the east side of the Strip. And then, like I said, you want to get to the east side, to the west side. A good way to avoid a lot of traffic and slow traffic, especially when there's conventions on. There's just a lot of times of the year when you get stuck in traffic. It just gets backed up, especially with all the conventions that happen. And then right here, we go under this bridge, which goes under, like right by the Encore, and then we're going to go onto an overpass over the Las Vegas Strip Boulevard. Now we're coming out of that. Now we're going to the overpass, up and away. And we're going to go right over all that traffic. And there you can see over here, you got Treasure Island. There's all the Strip right over there. So we actually went underneath the Strip. Technically, it's not an overpass, it's kind of an underpass. But then we go up onto this overpass as well. It just goes over a whole bunch of other traffic zones. And then we're flying right over into the west part of town. That's Summerlin, kind of way over there by the mountain's edge. So this is a really good route to take. Getting around just makes getting around Vegas even better. But that is a downside of Vegas traffic, is anywhere around the Strip. If you're going east to west or west to east, when you get into the Strip. Also, they got the Raiders Stadium now down towards the south end. And when there's football games on and stuff, boy, the traffic can get really clogged up. So you want to avoid going around the Strip certain times, and this is one way to do it. All right.